What is up, YouTube? This is Alex Rose, DJ and producer, and I make videos that help other aspiring DJs and producers launch their career if you didn't know it already. Today, we're going to do kind of late 2018 review for how my year was. If you've been subscribed to me for the entire year or even before that, thank you for sticking around. I know this year is quite hectic in terms of my upload schedule and whatnot, but I'll touch on that. And if you're new to the channel, if you just subscribed at some point during this year, welcome, and we've got a big 2019 plan.
Now tell me you fresh. 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 Now tell me you fresh.
To start things off, I released quite a lot of videos this year in the high 30s, I believe, and I actually started the year in January enrolling in a course about publishing yourself online, and this was kind of the instigation of weekly uploads. As you noticed in my banner for a very long time, it said weekly videos, and that was the plan, was that we had to do blog posts or vlogs every week. And I decided, hey, I've got this YouTube channel that I've been uploading to, might as well make that the weekly. So I started January doing that, and at the time I was still working on one-off events here and there for a couple different companies. I didn't have any residency set up, and this was going to be kind of my differentiating factor, was committing to YouTube. In February, I met one of my mentors and close friends now, Lupo. He's also a DJ in Vancouver at a show I was playing in the public nightclub. Around that time, I also published what would become one of my more popular videos. I actually think it's my most popular video on my channel now, which is the 5 easy transitions with that atrocious 3-minute long intro that I'm not a big fan of. I will probably remake that video with the same transitions and just cut to the chase, because I'm not happy about that intro like anyone else's. But I'm glad to see the video do well, and I'm glad that people can learn some of those easy transitions. In March, I started my first residency. That was Roll Call Wednesdays at Republic. I went to Lucky Music Festival in Washington State. I published another one of my more popular videos, which was my Low Boom mashup, and I actually made it back in like November for a show, and then Oliver Heldens played it at Ultra. Well, he played his version of it, and I said, well, I should probably publish this. But yeah, my roll call residency was an amazing experience. It was so fun. Not just did I learn a lot about DJing from watching the other DJs and playing once they did let me get on the decks, but I learned a lot about promotion in the industry. I met lots of cool people. I had lots of cool experiences, like sitting a couple feet away from Ty Dolla $ign. So that was really awesome, and I'm super grateful for that experience. The roll call crew will always have a place in my heart. Now, moving on in April into the second quarter of the year, I started my hide and seek residency at MIA nightclub, which was on Fridays, and again, awesome experience getting to work at another type of club. Again, doing hip hop was so much fun. I got to meet lots of cool people and do lots of cool things. This is when I published another one of my more popular videos, which was the sample pitch automation one. Just the quick, easy tip, and I think that kind of influenced a lot of my uploads later in the year, seeing that people had this desire for easier, more succinct tutorials. I also did a breakdown of my song Drank, which was probably my first song to really take off, and people seem to like the breakdown of that as well, and ever since then I've done breakdowns of all my songs that I've ever published. The next one for It's On Me is coming soon, trust me. In June is when I actually made the move to Toronto and settled in. Now, this had a massive impact on my upload schedule, so I basically didn't publish any videos in June. I dropped the ball on the weekly upload schedule over the summer because of this big move to Toronto, which was a decision my day job that I'm really happy I made, and I will touch more on it in a bit. In July, as a result of the move, I wasn't able to do very much DJ gigging, so I really focused on releasing DJ content and stuff on my YouTube and focusing on producing music. So this is actually when I was producing my In Your Place remix by Crescent, which would later become one of my my biggest song to date. In August, I went to Veld Music Festival. I saw Martin Garrix for the first time, which was incredibly inspiring, and it really motivated me a lot to continue producing and focusing on quality. It was a really amazing experience. This is when I actually released In Your Place, which now is my biggest song at almost 40,000 streams on Spotify, and it's been a massive success. Thank you to everyone who's put it in their playlist, who's been streaming it. I appreciate it a lot. I really appreciate you the same with the new track, It's On Me, featuring Psy. In September, I released Get It with Particle. Particle has been watching the show, or watching this channel for a while, I should say, and he sent me a demo and I really liked it, and I asked him if he wanted to work on a track together, and that was the result. Amazing experience, one of the best collaborations I've ever done, and I'm super happy with the song. So if you haven't listened to it yet, please do check it out on Spotify. In October, I saw Mala for the first time. Obviously, Mala is a massive inspiration of mine, as you could probably tell from the style of In Your Place as well as Drink. He really inspires me to push myself as an artist and stay creative, and so it was awesome to see him in this underground type of setting. On that note, I also saw Shami in November, which was incredible. Much bigger production, wasn't so underground like Mala's was, but it was incredible, and I really, really valued that experience. Again, it inspired me so much. Shami is, as I said in a previous video, my favorite DJ and / artist, so it was really something special. And then that brings us to December, when I signed my first partnership with Hercules DJ, and I released It's On Me, which to this date I think is my best track by far, and I'm extremely proud of it, really happy with the end result, and I can't stop listening to it myself. So to those of you who have been supporting it, thank you so much, and to those of you who haven't, give it a listen. I swear it's my best track to date. So I guess if I was to think about what kind of guided me in 2018, I've been thinking a lot about yearly themes. I listen to a podcast called Hello Internet, and they talk about yearly themes, and I think that's a great way of framing things. So if I was to give a theme to my last year, it would probably be the year of confidence. It was really the year that I embraced different parts of my identity, that I let them coexist, and I kind of let go of a lot of the baggage of my past. So a lot of the lack of success in music that was holding me down, I really let go of it, and I took music very seriously for myself, and I think that's what led to a lot of success in that realm. And also in my personal and work life, I decided to really trust myself, give myself that confidence so that I could make big moves like coming to Toronto. And if I'm thinking about my yearly theme for 2019, what I want it to be is the year of intentionality. Now, this kind of applies to all aspects of my life, but in terms of my work, which you guys I know don't know a lot about, it really means to stop reacting and having things happen to me, and being proactive and intentional with the work that I'm doing, making sure I'm making the most use and being extremely effective in the time that I have dedicated to my day job. For music, it means starting to focus on my style development, starting to be intentional with the music I'm producing and releasing. Whereas 2018, I was trying lots of different things, being very experimental and trying to find out what I wanted to make. I think 2019 is going to be the year where it doesn't mean I don't stop being creative and I don't stop experimenting, but I'm much more intentional about it, and I'm intentional about the releases and collaborations that I'm doing. In terms of YouTube and my social media, it means I'm only going to produce videos and content when I think it's actually adding a lot of value. So that means death to the weekly uploads. I'm only going to be creating video content when I personally enjoy making the video, and not just because I need to hit some kind of deadline. So I'm going to be intentional with the content I produce, and hopefully that means that it will be of much higher quality to you guys and provide a lot more value. But it also means that I'll be uploading less frequently. So if there's a type of video you want to see, which some of you have already commented so far, which is great, please do comment it down below. And if it's something that I think would add a lot of value to a lot of you, then I'll probably make the video. In terms of my personal life, I had a major mindset change in the last month or so. I've been becoming a very big fan of a content creator named Matt Diavella. I actually, for the first time, supported his Patreon. It's the first Patreon I've ever supported, and he talks a lot about minimalism. I've been listening to his podcast as well, and it's starting to inspire me to make a lot of changes in my personal life. So one thing is I've pretty much cleared out my entire wardrobe other than white and black shirts, and you'll notice what I'll be wearing. Other than that, the only other clothing I'm really going to wear is any kind of sentimental DJ merchandise. In terms of my living space and whatnot, it also means that I'm starting to remove a lot of the things that aren't adding value to my life, and I'm being much more intentional with what I do purchase and bring into my life. And I think the biggest thing for me in terms of my personal life moving forward is figuring out a way to minimize my social media distractions and whatnot. But really, this has been a positive change in my life in order to keep myself focused and productive in both my day job and in music. So I would highly recommend that you watch his content, that you think about minimalism yourself, and consider applying some of its lessons into your own life. So again, if you've been watching the channel throughout 2018, or if you just subscribed, thank you and welcome. I'm really excited for what 2019 has to offer, and thank you for coming along this journey with me. You can find my social media links in the description down below. You can support me on Patreon to get other types of benefits and extras and exclusives, and you can find that all in the description. Thank you once again, and happy dancing.
I don't let up. Now tell me you fresh. 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 Now tell me you fresh.